At Moxie Creative, we believe you can't build a bold brand if you're not also building up the community around it. And for us, Central Minnesota isn't just where we work, it's where we live, raise our families, and cheer on other local business leaders. In this episode, we're talking about what it really means to be part of a community, not just a business in one. From volunteering time and talents to showing up for events, donating when we can, and working with businesses who are building better here too, we're sharing why community involvement isn't just a side project at Moxie, it's part of who we are. Welcome to Behind the Brand, the podcast for small business owners, solopreneurs, and aspiring entrepreneurs who are ready to start strong, stand out, and stay bold. I'm Taylor.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Isabella, and we're part of the powerhouse team of marketers at Moxie Creative.
We're taking you behind the scenes to explore what it takes to build and grow a memorable brand.
Ready to get behind the brand? Let's dive in. Hello, Moxieverse. Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Brand. Taylor here. I am joined today by Kelly Kane.
Hello.
And Mo Philippi.
Hello.
Everybody's cheering. Yay, Mo's back.
Yeah.
Today we're going to talk about community. That is something that we really hold a lot of value in here at Moxie. There's a phrase I recently saw, and I think it really relates to how we operate. It goes like this: if you're going to ask your community to support you, you better be ready to show up and support them back. And, you know, when we started Moxie 2 years ago, we really did rely on the community and our group of people to help us move forward. And I think it worked.
Yeah. So far, so good.
And, you know, I think here's the thing. If you don't believe that you can build a successful business, we don't believe you can build a successful business in a vacuum, right?
Right.
You need people around you. And for us, that was the greater St. Cloud community and the network of people that we've built for years and years.
Right. I think St. Cloud is somewhat unique in that way. I guess I'm not sure because I don't live anywhere else, but I just feel like people do really show up for small businesses here and welcome new businesses. And, you know, I want to say it was easy to start a business here, but people kind of embrace you and help you any way they can.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, we prioritize community involvement. There's a lot of reasons, but Kelly, I'd like for you to maybe take it from the top and why it's been so important to you. Because if anybody has been listening to this podcast from day one, they know that Moxie is not your first business. This is not the first time that you've put a community first mentality into your team, but I do think we're doing things a little bit differently when it comes to our community impact here. So I just really would love to know a little bit about how community has impacted your career and why you continue to value it so much.
Wow, that was a lot.
Oh, is that too deep for you?
Where do I start? I was born in a one-room shack down by the river. You know, I think when I started my career in St. Cloud, I didn't want to get involved. My employers were very involved in the community and they were older. I was younger and I felt very intimidated when I went to any kind of groups or whatever. It wasn't until I really started my own business that I got more involved, kind of by necessity, right? You have to get yourself out there and things. And I just really enjoyed it. Just like we enjoy working with clients and hanging out with them, just having that camaraderie with other people in the community is great. I love seeing the community come together for a cause. I've always been kind of like that person that likes to do that. So, you know, kind of combination of kind of networking and getting involved in events, and also, you know, nonprofits coming to us and asking us, can you help us? Because they don't have the budget to take advantage of what we offer all the time. And I think I said that before, that it's, you know, we should use our gifts to help others, our talents, and I like to do that.
I think for me, just to kind of piggyback off of that, and, you know, as marketers, we talk. Are you crying? Is
No.
this so emotional?
Am I crying? I was
Sorry.
yawning. Yeah, I mean,
I think we need to
giving back. It just
It hits you right here?
yeah, it hits me right here.
Okay, we better get
Anyway.
Mo on. He's falling asleep.
Yeah.
Ask him a question.
I will ask him a question. But I have a really good thing that I want to say. As marketers, it is our job to help our brands build relationships with their target audience, with their customers. And that's all about community. You're building relationships, whether it is a community member, a business owner down the street, or it's a nonprofit. You're creating those relationships, and that's really important for brands. Mo, you are also very involved in the community in a lot of different ways. you give back to students, you are part of the BMX world, and not just in your business, but as a freelancer at one point in time, that community at large was a huge supporter for you. What has your experience been like with your local communities on a, maybe a professional and a personal level?
As a graphic designer, giving back, using my gifts and giving back that way, I kind of feel I normally am maybe not known for that stuff.
Well, you never charged enough, so you really always
Right.
giving yourself away.
I'm always in the background.
Right.
And if I am working with nonprofits on my own, it is usually just pro bono for causes that I like or are close to me. I do a lot of stuff for Alzheimer's. I've been helping them in 6-7 years. Joetown Winter Walk, I did a bunch of stuff for. The BMX track, I've been doing stuff for about 3 years. I just want them to be successful, and they're great nonprofits. Just something I'm really into.
Mo brought up an interesting point. So there's a lot of donors in the community, or people that sponsor things, which I think is incredible. Especially in this area, if you feel like the same people are being asked to give all the time. And it's awesome. The bigger companies are giving money. What we typically do is we give our time and our talent, right? Our resources that way. So when people find out, oh, you can do graphic design and you're pretty darn good at it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have a target on your forehead. But that's another way for people to give, just, in community. It's volunteering. It's connecting people. It's doing what you can. It's not all about the big sponsorship dollars.
Yeah, absolutely. At the end of the day, I think, especially for us, and we'll get into some of the ways that we give back, the coolest thing to be able to see is that our clients are succeeding, or the nonprofits that we support through our talents are succeeding in part because of what we've done.
It kind of proves that design matters.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like Rock for Alzheimer's, you always have that awesome illustration.
Yeah, and if I can give, if I can't give money and I can give something that helps them raise money or bring people,
Exactly.
I think that's just as valuable as donating money.
Another piece that I think is really important on us as a business who are providing our services to other businesses. By us being more connected in the community, we have a better view on all of it, right? We have Joe, the business owner, come to us and he's trying to reach XYZ audience. Well, we have just worked with XYZ audience on a community project, and so we have kind of firsthand knowledge. So I think there's a lot of levels and a lot of reasons why it's really important for a business like ours to be so heavily involved and give back when we can, and just be in the know and connected to other businesses and other business owners. So now let's get into, I know we've kind of touched on this a little bit, but like, what does giving back look like for us exactly? Kelly, maybe I think kind of the biggest thing that we do to give back is the YMCA Promenade, which is your baby of an event. Do you want to talk a little bit about what that looks like and what we do and why we do it?
Sure. 15 years ago or so, I got involved with a different nonprofit gala that is no longer from a colleague of mine, and kind of referred me to that organization. And I got involved. And at the time, the gala was struggling. It was not very well known. People weren't getting involved. And so we helped them. First thing, I think we helped them with their advertising and the marketing, doing the invite and doing the graphics and helping them in that way. And then we took that to the event itself. I love to decorate. And then with all of your guys' talents with graphic design, we kind of married the two. And then I remember for a couple of years just, telling that organization, let's make it look like a success. Then people will have fun and it'll be a success. And that's what really did happen with that. We helped grow that event. And that was really awesome to see. Then that organization realigned, and then they only had a Minneapolis office, or like one statewide office. And so that event went away. But we've been asked to do different logos and things for pro bono and weed campaigns. But then came another event, and it was during COVID, toward the end of COVID, where someone from the community reached out to me to compliment us on a social post that they saw that the old lady wrote. And it was about colonoscopies in old ladies, so it was perfect. But anyways, it was just talking to that person how they needed some help with the YMCA event, and then wanted us, of course, help with the marketing. And I said, hey, do you have a decor chair? So now we kind of run the event. I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of volunteers. I shouldn't say that. But we do the marketing here, and then we do kind of marry the decor too. So we're really able to bring that theme and the design element throughout the event. That's really fun. And it's fun for me because I like to do the decorating at home, but I love working with you guys. And
I think it's fun for all of us. And we're working on it right now because the event is coming up in October. Do you want to say what the theme is this year?
Yeah, it's announced.
Yep.
Okay.
Nashville Music City.
Nashville Music City. It's going to be so flippin' fun. As you know, so we've been working on it since February.
I started last fall, right after I started.
Picked out the theme before the
Yes,
Boogie Wonderland event even happened.
Because I'm like really into it that I
Yeah.
get more ideas.
Yeah.
Then I buy the stuff and I put it away for months and
Yeah.
then I bring it back out.
Yeah. So in some facet, our team is working on this
All the
year
time.
round. I don't really get to really touch it or see it too much until we get together. Usually once or twice, the team will help you put together some decor pieces. And then the day before we go as a team and set it all up. It's one of my favorite days of the year. This will be my fourth
Wow.
one. Yeah, right?
I have to do the
Gatsby,
math.
Havana.
Well, you were here for
Oh,
the first.
Celestial Dreams. And fifth.
So you were here from the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So this will be my fifth one.
Okay. My fifth one too.
Yeah.
That's, we were together.
We
the
were
whole
together,
time.
yeah, helping with
Aw.
it. Yeah, it's just always one of my favorite things, and I love that we're able to do that and give back to the Y. And it is proof that design, decor, marketing, all of that matters because we've continuously been able to increase the funds that they're bringing in every year.
Right. And I think the attendance, people are like, well, that's
Yeah.
a fun event. Let's go to that.
Yeah.
And producer Abby is involved in that event too.
Yes,
and
she
she
is.
has made it a lot more fun.
Yes, she is the DJ. I don't think I can ask her a question. Can I ask you a question? Will you just nod, smile, and nod? Do you have your playlist started already? She's smiling and nodding. Mo, you work really heavily on that event, helping out with a lot of the design. What's your favorite part?
Working with Kelly, obviously. That's my favorite.
Yes. 'cause
I was just
No,
thinking about that. We
yeah.
worked on that other one that I was talking about too.
Yeah.
Together.
Oh, we
yeah.
did. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, remember we lost the wine barrels?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
The one we did work close on that, and that was a really great event to see grow, and another personal thing, really personal to me. But another great thing that I'd like to bring up about, and that I personally like about the Promenade project, is we've been getting more partners. I feel like that are kind of like-minded, also like to support things like we do, and the printers that we use.
Abby.
Yeah,
She
Abby
came
for
in
sure.
as a DJ.
Yeah.
Other people that will give their resources.
To
And
make it a
we're
crazy
helping
event.
bring those to the table, right?
Yeah.
We're not just relying on the YMCA to
Oh,
do
no,
that.
yeah.
We're using our community connections to try to make the event better for them.
Exactly.
That's a great point, Mo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is working with Kelly really your favorite part of the project?
It is a fun part of the project.
How's your mural going for this year?
Fun? Not the.
It probably is the funnest. We just tend to have different opinions.
No, we don't. I think we work great together.
No, I do.
Am I in La La Land?
No. I think we have like separate vision. Like I'm trying to create your vision, and it starts in two directions, and then it just comes together, and we both when we
They
both
marry,
love it.
yeah.
Yeah, when we both love it, it's like
Well, I
this
don't
is
want you
perfect.
to do what I say because
No,
I'm wrong.
and
yeah,
I don't want to do
you.
what you say anyway.
You're
so.
right. I actually like that. I know everyone has tension about that, but I thought that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel so, we're supposed to meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Well,
are.
No, I mean there's times that like we disagree, and then I do what you say, and it just
Not as great.
or yeah
or
like,
different.
or like I'll do
Or
something
it is the
and you-
right choice. That happens with
Yeah.
you and me all the time. I'm like, huh, why is she making me do this? And then we do it, and I'm like, oh, shit, she was right.
It is a really fun collaboration, I think.
Yes.
Because we
Yeah.
have different ideas or whatever.
I don't see things the way you see it. I
Yeah.
see it from my point of view, obviously. And so then but that's the goal. You have to translate it
Yeah.
and make it work,
Yeah.
despite my input.
Yeah. But you spend a lot of time with the initial vision and mood boards and all
But
this
I never
inspiration.
know how the graphics are going to turn out. I let you
Yeah.
guys figure that out.
Yeah. And then also collaborating with Brittany. I don't do that a lot.
Yeah.
Brittany, another designer here, we tend to work on different things, or she works on a project, just things that I don't work on. So, and at least last year we got to collaborate a lot. And now that she's back, I
Yep,
think that'll
working on
happen
it,
more
yeah.
too. So
Yeah, where you did the initial design and then she is really the master of expanding it, breaking it down to all the
Yep.
different deliverables.
and is just an incredible designer.
And how cool is that night when we get to walk in and all of the people are there and they're oohing and ahhing over
Yeah.
all the things that we've been working so hard on for
Yeah.
the last 9+ months? Like, could it get any better?
Just like Mo said, we're always behind the scenes. So even when they announce us and stuff, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
look at us. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because we're just so used to being behind the scenes. And then that's one night where our stuff is.
We always love seeing our stuff out in the wild, and when we go to that event, even though we were there all day or 2 days setting up, it's like you're immersed in
Yeah.
all this
Well, you
work
also
you've
get to
done.
like go with our spouses too, and I think that's so cool because Tyler always jokes. He'll call me and he'll be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm working." And he's like, "Yeah, right." You know.
Yeah, like, we're having so much
yeah,
fun.
Yeah, And then he walks into that and he's like, "See, all you do is all this fun stuff." Well, and I'm like, "Well, yeah, my job is really fun, but it kind of is like a, and that's obviously not what we do all day, every day, but it is a really cool moment for them to get to experience what we've been working on or talking about for so long.
We're working on 1 or 2 or 10 things at a time, but seeing it all together is what,
Right.
Yeah.
right? Because the graphics are here, my centerpieces are at home. And
Yeah.
we don't know how that's going to work, and how's Eddie going to hang this, and then when it comes all together, and it's that night,
Yeah.
and all the lights are on, and that's when I think it's really, and the
Yeah.
music's playing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's fun.
the room's full of people. It's just
Yeah.
Okay, well, we could turn this into a full promenade episode. Maybe we'll have to do a Nashville Music City recap in October. But one of the other things that I wanted to talk about, and this is kind of a huge reason why I wanted to have you on, because I think this is something that you are so good at and passionate about, and that is helping the design community in general, mentoring younger designers. We have one in our midst that was one of your interns. Tyler, our designer, was an intern for you. And I think that is something that's really special about you. You're always willing to give your time and to really help mentor the younger generation. So what has that experience been like for you?
And he was a professor.
Yes, you were.
Yeah.
He was a
Talk about that.
professor.
yeah.
Professor Mo.
Adjunct professor at St. Cloud State, where I went to school myself, actually. I started taking interns. Mary Bruno actually forced it upon me.
That's what friends are for.
Yeah, I call her the queen of the interns because she always has a bunch. And she had an intern that was more on the design side of things, more than the art side of things and printing side. And so she just forced me to take this intern, and it was...
Forced me.
Yeah, I mean, she was like, "You're going to do this."
Well, you kind of
And-
need that in your life.
Yeah, so I can't say no. So I took my first intern, and then he was a SESU student, and then after he left, he actually was like, "Now Tyler's going to be your intern." and I had reviewed Tyler's portfolio, and then I took him, and I had a few other interns, and they've all gone on and got jobs, and it's really cool to see them succeeding and taking what I've taught them and having those tools plus all the other stuff that they've learned themselves. And just seeing them use the stuff that I've taught them is awesome. And I'm seeing that with my SCSU students now that are graduating and getting jobs.
Oh, they're getting jobs.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Oh, good. You did something right.
So that's a totally different thing, I think, because you're affecting people, like individuals,
That's a lot of work, though.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really intern hesitant most
Yeah.
of the time.
Yeah.
And you've done this when you really weren't working at a big
No,
company or anything.
no.
You're kind of doing it on your own. which
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just think Mo loves design so much. She just
Yeah.
talk about it all day long.
That's true. And I did force our new intern on you guys as well.
You did, but
I
we
kinda made
Oh,
that happen.
yeah.
her.
It comes full circle. I see how that works.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
blame
yeah.
Mary for that.
Mary started it.
All right, Bruno, you need to get on this podcast, and we're just gonna yell
Ooh,
at
that'd
you
be a good
for
one.
it. Would be a good one, right? Right? Yes. So that's great, Mo. We definitely appreciate that piece of you because, like Kelly mentioned, it can be really hard, and we're not always the best at it. So as long as we have one person on our team that
Yeah.
is willing to do that, but we do have an intern this summer. She's been host on the podcast already. Her name is Mackie Dieters, and she has been great, and we've really loved having her and helping mentor her this summer. There's one other thing that I want to touch on before we kind of land the plane, and that is what it looks like to donate our services or to do work pro bono. Kelly, how do you decide to do that?
On a whim. Yeah. Sometimes it's like,
If you get a feeling.
The
yeah.
puppy dog eyes from the
Yeah,
person.
yeah. Even I tell you no, but then I'll say yes. Now I was thinking about the Downtown Alliance. They were getting RFPs to do some branding, and I just wanted to do it so bad. Just Mo is rubbing off on me. I just wanted to do it. I'm like, I'll do it for free, just to be involved.
Yeah.
In that. And
That
then,
was weird. That did not seem like you.
I know, right? It was just like, sometimes. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting softer.
Well,
as
I don't
I've
know.
gotten
You do
older,
you
so-
do get a feeling. I mean, last week I agreed to do some website work for pennies,
Yeah.
because I just was like, I want to help you guys so bad, and it was for a client of ours that we've already done
it's
some
who you
branding
care
work for.
Yeah,
and
maybe a client you connect with.
Yeah.
Or, a new organization like the Downtown Alliance, or sometimes Mo and I will talk about, we just want to do it so no one else messes it up.
Yeah.
So our egos get in there a little bit, but I don't know. I would say we've done a lot more pro bono work with Moxie than I have in the past.
Yeah.
So, we have to feel good too about what we're doing. As I get older, I get softer, but I've always been that giving, and we used to do the Christmas thing, and I grew up really poor, and I just like giving back. So.
Yeah, and we appreciate that because those pro bono projects are the things that we do because we care, even if we're not making. It's not a profitable project for us. It's usually the things that really light us up and make we
Money's
need that.
not everything.
Yeah, right. And we need that sometimes because those people then in turn really appreciate what we did.
I do feel like what goes around comes around.
Yeah.
Maybe we're making up for some past ill deeds or
Yeah.
something by doing that, trying to fix the universe.
Yeah, and sometimes you give back. For example, that Downtown Alliance project, we've gotten 2 clients from it now.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Probably more than that
Yeah.
because she's a reference
Friends,
for us.
yeah.
And yeah, I just feel like that's how community grows.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Whether we're discounting a project or doing it fully pro bono, we try to help organizations that we care about.
Yeah.
On the website that you're doing for pennies, I do feel like that'll come around.
Yes.
And, when there's good people, you want to help them when we can.
Yes.
Right? We can't always do that.
Yeah, absolutely. To end this, I want each of us to come up with a little piece of advice that would encourage a business owner or an employee, someone that just wants to get more involved in the community. What would you say to them?
Join a committee. Go to the meeting, right, Mo? I mean, isn't that how you probably been at meetings and someone's like, oh, we need a poster. And you're like, okay, I'll do it, right? I mean, those opportunities come up when you get
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah, it's usually someone says, oh, we need someone to do this, and I can just do it.
Right,
And
right,
So I just
yeah,
do it.
yeah.
Otherwise, if you're looking to get involved, I think it's easier to get involved if it's something you're passionate about.
Right.
So if there's, if you have a hobby or there's a nonprofit that has helped you or it's near and dear to you, it's probably not too hard
Yeah.
to find out how
Your
to get involved.
church. I mean,
Yeah.
there's all kinds of different things. If you like events, I mean, these organizations are always looking for volunteers. So you can just call them up.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think agreed with all of those things, but I think the biggest thing is that, and we talked about this in the beginning, is you don't need money to get involved. Your time, your talent, your presence, anything that you can give of yourself is enough. So don't feel like you always have to lead with the dollars. A lot of organizations are not looking for that. They are just looking for someone to bounce ideas off of, or someone to make a poster, or someone to decorate an event, or someone to lead a charge. They need
Right.
bodies, sometimes more than they need the money.
Or equally so.
Yes.
Also, if you feel like, oh, I don't have a talent, they need boots on the ground.
Yeah.
They just need, you don't have to have a special talent.
Right. Someone to sell raffle tickets or
Right,
make
someone
some
to
cold
show
calls.
up.
Yeah. Just show up. Show up for your community,
Right.
and it will have return in tenfold.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Karma.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Anything else you guys want to add? No?
No, we have to go
Land the plane.
We have to go do some promenade right now, so we gotta get going.
Wonderful. So, if you want to build something real, start by showing up for the people around you. Community involvement doesn't have to be loud or flashy. Sometimes it's just saying yes and showing up. Yes to lending a hand, yes to being a part of something bigger than your bottom line. Community has kept Moxie strong since day one, and we are proud to show up for the people who show up for us. Thank you. See you next week.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Behind the Brand. If you liked this episode, share it with a friend. If you didn't, share it with an enemy. To keep up with us, follow along on our socials. Links are in the show notes below.